Spencer is struggling with his compartmentalization. Billy and Olivia on some random mission, which is not going to end well. And Jordan knows exactly what he wants. What's good, y'all? So this is Erica Vane coming to you right here on Erica Vane TV with another All-American video. And in this video, we are breaking down the synopsis for episode 20 from season 4. The finale, y'all. It is titled Champagne Glasses. The season finale will premiere on May 23rd. And without further ado, let's get into the synopsis. Transitions. After an intense ending to the Halloween party, Spencer tries his best to compartmentalize everything and focuses on the big homecoming game. Much to Laura's dismay, Billy and Olivia set out on a mission to do what they think is right, which leads them to learn more than they anticipated. Jordan makes it known in what he wants, but is met with resistance. And Laura gets an unexpected bombshell at work. Coop is at an emotional crossroads, and Asher learns the power of adjustments. Meanwhile, Grace gets a life-changing offer she may not be able to refuse. A lot is happening, y'all, and they're definitely setting us up for season 5. We did get a green light early on in season 4 for All-American season 5. So with this cliffhanger, a little bit after Halloween, we probably will return and see our crew in the second half of their freshman year semester of college. But speaking specifically to what's happening within this trailer, I think what we're getting from Grace in reference to a life-changing offer, it could be one of two things. It could have something to do with Crenshaw or something to do with the school. And I know she's not pursuing anything politically, so I'm not leaning towards that really. I always have wanted her to step in and be the principal of Crenshaw High or South Crenshaw High. So that could be the thing. But the thing that I would love for it to be is that Carter actually proposes. So we know that Carter is going to reappear in episode 18, and I think he's going to be in every episode throughout the end of the season. So maybe the life-changing offer is an offer of marriage from Carter. That would be such an amazing little button to their little love story. It'll put Grace in a much better place because we were kind of getting the little seeds and tidbits of her empty nester syndrome and what she was struggling with now that Spencer is off at school, even though they didn't give us a full story on that, and they should have definitely did a better job about that, y'all. We have been craving to see more of Carter and Grace interact, and I totally think that the offer could have something to do with marriage. And I would love to have another season finale where we're seeing a wedding that actually happens. Well, technically, Jordan and Simone's wedding wasn't theirs, but it became Billy and Laura's remarriage. So I would love to end the season with another marriage, right? I think it'll be cool. Let me know what y'all think. Now, Coop is at an emotional crossroads, and I think that she's there just because she really does want to be in a relationship with Patience, but they just really couldn't get on the same page. Like, they really couldn't figure it out. Coop was doing a lot of self-sabotaging for herself and she don't really have that many goals, y'all, so let's be honest about that. But then also within her relationship, and it just wasn't working out. But now that they have broken up, they seem to be communicating so much better. They seem to be actually listening to each other. And I could totally see that she's struggling emotionally because she still feels drawn to Patience, but she's trying to push herself to go out here and date other people. So I definitely think that that's what we're going to see. They have been setting it up with Coop and Patience and us really watching how they have interacted, how they're getting jealous, how they have certain expectations for one another post, breakup. And I think in the season finale, we're really just going to have Coop come to a head in reference to making a decision romantically, making a decision professionally. Like, what are you going to do next with your life? Because Coop, as we know, has really just kind of been floating, and maybe she's sick of it. She's sick of her own, Now, Asher learns the power of adjustments. I think that his little scouting report for Spencer and the struggles that he's having with Spencer and the friendship and them living in the beach house is going to catch up to him, and he's going to have to learn to adjust. I think that it's definitely going to blow back on him, and I'm interested to see how this all plays out. Because at the end of the day, when you really think about it, Asher really kind of compromised his relationship with Spencer for a attaboy as a freshman student coach position. Like, he still has 3 more years of school to finish. He still has such a long way to go, not only just with learning the coaching of the sport, but his positioning, how he's socially interacting with people and everything. And I think that the adjustment that he's going to have to make is just being accountable for his actions. Asher has been one of the characters in the series that has gotten, bailed out quite a bit. Someone always comes to Asher's rescue. And I think that an adjustment that we could see, or the power of the adjustment, is you can make a mistake, you can have a misstep, you can hold yourself accountable, you can suffer the consequences of whatever decisions you make. You did not die. You can move on and do better next time. So I'm hoping that that's what we're actually going to see when it comes to Asher. Now, this whole Jordan makes it known what he wants. and is met with resistance. I know y'all are going to see it and be like, oh, that's Layla. And I don't think it's that. I think that it's tied 100% to football. He wants Wade's spot. He wants that number 1 QB spot. And it's not going to be an easy thing to take. But I think that Jordan is deciding in this moment that he is going to double down and he's going to do whatever work that needs to happen for him to take that spot. And I actually love that for him. I've been waiting for Jordan in this series to not lean so much into the nepotism that he receives, to stop leaning so heavily on the privilege that he receives, and to really just work for, like, decide that he wants something and really go after it and work for it, similar to how we see Spencer manifest in the series. And I think that this could be the jumping off point for him and them actually showing him do this. Now, Layla gets an unexpected bombshell at work, and I think that this has something to do with our boy Clay. He is not gone, y'all. Y'all might have forgotten about him because he hasn't been in a few episodes, and Layla basically savagely sent that man to the left, but he is not completely gone. I think that he's going to be back in this episode, and I think that he is going to come and have some, interesting things to say, and it's going to put things in perspective. I think that this Layla post going to get closure from Carrie and having these intimate conversations that she's been having with Jordan is in a much better place mentally to now have a conversation with Clay, who is definitely really genuinely interested in her. So we're definitely going to see a different response. And I'm excited that Clay got a little bit of persistence to him and that he's not just backing down or cowering away because the first time that he shot his shot, it didn't go in. Now, much to Laura's dismay, Billy and Olivia set out on a mission to do what they think is right, which leads them to learn more than they anticipated. I don't know what freaking Frat is doing. I feel like Billy and Olivia just be doing whatever they want to do anyway. So that's what we're really going to see. And I don't have any predictions or like speculation for them. Like, I just don't want them to get on my nerves in this episode, y'all. I'm just going to say that. Olivia has been riding this whole Neil article wave. She's been, confronting Spencer about changing. Meanwhile, she got a whole new coffee order, a whole new set of friends that Spencer don't know nothing about, and she's actually obsessed with jazz. Like, she has all this whole other life happening on the side. Meanwhile, she don't want Spencer to get on social media. It's just like, I just need you, Olivia and Billy, sit over in the corner and don't make too much noise because y'all already stressing us out. I literally have no idea what this mission could be, but watching Olivia and Billy validate themselves in whatever little half-baked scheme or mission that they're on is not something that I'm looking forward to, but clearly we're going to get it. Now, Spencer, who is trying to compartmentalize everything, decides to focus on the big game. If one thing Spencer James is going to do is add pressure to himself, and I hate that for him. Like, bro, you're doing a really, really, really good job. You do not have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders at every single turn. That is one thing that we have been wanting Spencer to learn a little bit better, just really being able to compartmentalize things and release things. And clearly he has yet to pick up that trait. But I think in this episode, we're going to see him try. Like, you're going to see him really try to focus on the homecoming game, regardless of what Olivia and Billy got going on, regardless of what Jordan got going on, regardless of what Grace got going on. So I'm excited to actually see that. And maybe we're actually seeing the steps to Spencer really, truly reject his whole superhero complex that he has and really just being able to focus on himself. And maybe he'll also move out the beach house in this episode, y'all. We can only wish. But that is the full synopsis for episode 20, season 4 of All American. If you would love to read the synopsis for yourself, you can go to ericavane.com because I have it posted, as well as all of the other synopses for this entire season. ericavane.com should be one of your digital destinations to stay in the know about what's happening on your favorite television shows with your favorite characters and the stars who play them. Linked in the description box down below, as well as the cards above. Get into it. Be sure to drop your comments, theories, and predictions in the comment section down below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.